This week on the Digital Coffee, does a like equal a link click? We're going to find out. Mr. Elon Musk, what's he been doing now? He said he's going to get rid of engagement counts of likes and comments and share counts on Twitter/X. Over on Reddit, we're going to find out if AI can kill the trolls. All that and more after this. Good morning, and welcome to the Digital Coffee. This is your weekly dose of digital marketing and social media news. My name is Amanda Webb, and who am I? Oh yes, I am a digital marketing ROI trainer, consultant, mentor, which means that I help people just like you get more from the time, the energy and the cash that you're spending on your digital marketing. And I do that with analytics. So I can set up your analytics. I can help you interpret those so that you can find out what marketing is working and where you can put more stuff. And anything else you want to know about analytics, really. That is me. Hello, if you're watching, I can just see there's lots of things clicked in the wrong way. Just going to have to click this because I can see half of Making's face and that's not good. I want to see all of her face. Great to see you here. If you are watching, I can see we've got quite a few people watching already. I'd love to know a little bit about you. So number one, where in the world are you? I'm based in the Republic of Ireland in County Kildare, which is about an hour outside Dublin. If you're not familiar with Ireland, that's where I am. I'd also like to know where you're watching because we are live in so many places. We are on Facebook twice. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter/X. We're on LinkedIn, and I mentioned YouTube already, right? That's all the places we are. So let me know where you are watching this broadcast. And if your comment, not all the comments seem to come through. So if I miss your comment, I'll come and catch up with you later. And thirdly, I feel like I'm talking a lot this morning before I even talk about the news. What's in my mug? Nothing, because it's digital coffee and digital coffee actually doesn't exist. I would like to know what it is that you are drinking this morning. What's in your cup? So I can see we've got Making here already. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Making in a second. Nothing in a cup either. Oh my goodness, this is a terrible day. What are we going to do? So just on a note that when we finish this show, so this show's, you always finish before 10, but at 10:30 a.m. over on LinkedIn, you can join myself and Making Sang, where we do a live recording of our podcast, where we discuss one of this week's stories in more detail. We also talk about who won the internet and who lost the internet. And because we're doing it as a LinkedIn audio, you can come and join in. You can come and be on our podcast, or you can just listen in, no pressure. So do come and join us at 10:30 a.m. If you scan that QR code, it will bring you to LinkedIn where you can register for the event or say you want to come or just join in. Or you can just find Making over on LinkedIn because she posts up the event every week so you can join in. Whew. Am I talking very fast? Because I feel like I'm talking very fast. Okay. I've just seen that my iPad, it's one of those mornings. I've just seen my iPad switched off. So just bear with me 1 second and we'll get on with the news. Oh, and I'm banging my microphone. We'll get on with the news.
Hi, I'm Lee from Wellshot and you're watching the Digital Coffee with Amanda Webb. Cheers.
Now, you would think if you got a lot of an engagement on a post on any social network, lots of likes, lots of comments, lots of shares, you'd think that if that was a link post, that would result in a correlation, more link clicks, not just more link clicks, but it would correlate exactly with the amount of likes, comments and shares you got. Turns out no, that's not the case at all. It doesn't have a direct correlation. The amount of engagement that you get on a post does not correlate to the number of link clicks that you'll get and people visiting your website, according to Mimo. This is a report by Mimo, which you can see a rough chart below. So see that red line? That's where your link clicks should be. And you see the little blue line? That's where link clicks actually are. Now, for most of us, It's not really a surprise, is it? We know that social media platforms really don't want people to click links. We know people on social platforms are quite lazy and they'll comment based on the caption that goes with the link, and they'll get involved in a post. If somebody finds something engaging, they will like and comment and share with it, but they may not click through to your website. I think for a lot of us, that is not a surprise. You will, of course, get more link clicks, but it's not in correlation to the number of likes, comments, and shares that you get. Does this matter? Well, yes and no, because yes, of course, our goal needs to be to get people to our website to buy our things, right? Or if you're a media company, to read your articles. That's important. But also no, because I think the time has passed where getting website to your traffic was your number one. Website to your traffic. Traffic to your website was your number one goal with social media. I mean, social media is great for lots of things, and driving to your traffic to your website isn't necessarily the thing it is best at. What it's really great at is brand awareness, pushing your brand out to people within your target market. It's great for engaging your customers so that they know and remember you when they need to buy from you. It's great for building a community. And you know what? If you post a link and if somebody clicks it, that's like gold. People will click your links when they're ready to buy. It's not a case of don't ever post any links, but don't expect to get a huge amount of traffic from it, because when somebody clicks, now it seems like a massive commitment. So they're actually a way more interested buyer than they would have been in the old days of social media when everyone just clicked everything. So I do think, this isn't necessarily bad news. And of course, there's other ways to get people to your website. You can get them to send you a direct message. I know ManyChat have really been pushing this on Instagram recently, so that it's a good way to get into a direct message conversation and send people to your website. So it's interesting. Does it matter? I think it just matters because it's telling us that social media isn't the thing that drives traffic. I'd love to know, though, if you agree. Am I utterly wrong? I still want to know what's in your mugs. I still want to know where you are. If you're busy commenting away and I haven't replied, I do apologise. I haven't seen it, but I know Making's on the case. Not that, no pressure, Making. No, obviously, if you've gone to make a cup of tea, that's all good too.
Hi, I'm Charlie Lawrence and you're watching The Digital Coffee with Amanda Webb.
I had to get my bell because this one is about Elon Musk. This is the Elon Musk bell for anyone who hasn't come across it before. Yeah, he's at it again. He's at it, throwing out weird and random statements about things he's going to do. But apparently, he's always wanted to do this one. What is this one? He's going to remove engagement accounts from tweets. So when you see it, obviously he calls them posts. He's going to remove engage. So instead of being able to see how many likes and how many retweets something's got, that whole thing, it even seems like the icons might disappear, because now if he does implement this, his plan is instead of having those little icons underneath, you'll be able to swipe right to retweet or like, I can't remember which one's which, and swipe left to do the other thing. So that's going to be your new way of engaging with posts. He says that this will make it cleaner. That's his reason. That's his reason. Now, obviously, because it's Elon Musk, I'm like conditioned to go, oh, that's a terrible idea. Oh, it's so, and also a lot of Twitter /X users are saying it's a terrible idea. But let's think back, let's roll back a little bit to remember when Instagram were running an experiment to remove the like count from the feed. And a lot of people went completely mad, but their reason behind it was that a lot of people, a lot of younger people specifically, were feeling devalued if not enough people liked their posts. And obviously they were comparing themselves to other people, their other friends. So without that, it was actually better for mental health. Do I think mental health is why Elon Musk is doing this? No, I think he just fancies doing it. Is it necessarily a bad thing? I'm not sure it is. Just not sure it is. But I can see May King has commented, and May King is one of the Twitter queens. There are many. She's one of them. So let's have a look at what she says. She loves my Elon Musk bell and not a fan of removing likes and retweets. See, I'm just trying to go against my bias, which is basically anything Elon Musk does, I think is bad initially. I remember a time when I used to like Elon Musk, before he bought Twitter. Yeah, those were the days, right? Okay, let's move on.
Hello, this is Rob Charles, the voice of Mike on Forever FM on Peter Kay's Car Share. BAFTA award winning, I've got to say, but I've not seen the BAFTA yet. Anyway, you're watching The Digital Coffee with Amanda Webb. Enjoy. I'm on tea. Shh.
Do you all feel a little bit ick when you think about AI? I mean, you're probably using AI all the time. Who isn't using AI? But you feel that little bit of guilt. You know, this is fabulous. It's saving me loads of time. It's doing loads of stuff. But am I cheating? Am I a little bit woo because I'm doing a little bit woo, a little bit way? Do you ever feel like that? Well, this might change your mind because I actually think if this works, that is the one thing, this could be a really positive way that AI is being used. And in fact, there are lots of positive ways that AI are being used that we don't even notice. I think we just think about generative AI. So we think of ChatGPT, but AI does a whole lot of stuff. And this new update is from Reddit. I'm just looking to see if I have a button for it. I don't. This new AI update is from Reddit. We know Reddit is like innovating like mad because they're about to launch their IPO. So they're about to become a publicly traded company. I think that's how you say it. I sounded confident when I said it, I should say it. They're about to launch on the stock market. So they're really ramping stuff up. And this latest update is that they have AI. They either have already or they're working on it. It's not quite clear in the articles I've written. They've an AI tool that is going to be able to hopefully accurately identify abusive comments on Reddit. So it's going to do moderating for you. Now, we know that Meta gets this wrong all the time. It's constantly taking down posts or saying that things have breached community guidelines and it's got it wrong. And that's their robots doing that. But Reddit are more confident that their AI robots are going to be able to do this because they're training it on previous content from moderators. So reasons that things have got banned before. This is really interesting because I do think, well, one, human moderators make mistakes too, right? And it's based on a whole lot of different circumstances to robots making mistakes. You know, because we are emotional beings and we are complicated, whereas robots are just a computer program. So this could be really interesting because it could actually end up getting it right more of the time than moderators. And also, it's quite upsetting to be a moderator when you have to see this abuse that people level at each other every day. I was just reading a Facebook post from Leslie Samuel, who is an amazing YouTuber and just an amazing human being. And he listed some of the abusive comments he's had on his YouTube channel. And to be honest, I can't even say them out loud. I'm quite shocked. If you're a moderator and have to deal with that every day, that's an issue. So AI could come and save the day, as long as it works. So I am pinning my hope. I don't really use Reddit. I have a Reddit account. As long as it works, I am pinning my hopes on this working because I do think this is one time where AI is actually going to be better for humanity and it won't give you the ick at all. If you are watching and you haven't commented yet, please let me know where you are watching in the world. I can see the numbers coming in. I can see there's lots of people spread across all the social networks. So don't worry, you won't be talking to yourself if you're the only person watching on Facebook, for example, because we've got people here on LinkedIn, on YouTube, over on Twitter/X, twice on Facebook. So do leave me a comment. Let me know where you are in the world and what's in your cup. And while I fiddle around and find my next button.
You're watching The Digital Coffee with Amanda Webb.
You caught me. You caught me. Okay, right. Okay. Have you ever had a bit of a hit on Instagram? You posted something on Instagram, whether it's a reel or a photo or a video or a story, and it's gone viral. People have absolutely loved it. And loads of people are seeing it and commenting and liking, not clicking your links, it turns out, but they're doing all that stuff. And you go, wow, what if I put a bit of budget behind this? What if I click the boost button? It would reach even more people and it would be even more popular. And you click that boost button and what happens? You can't boost it. You can't boost it because you've included some Instagram element in it that they won't let you boost. So a lot of the stickers, for example, or music, if you've used music, they won't let you boost it. Frustrating. But Instagram have a fix. I'm not sure if you're going to like it, but they have a fix for the music issue. So from now on, I was going to say from soon, but that doesn't make sense, does it? From now on, you will be able to boost the post that has music on. It's not fixing the stickers yet, but if it has music on, you'll be able to boost it. But what's going to happen is they'll remove the music from it. Does this matter? Well, it's not going to remove it from the initial post. The initial post will stay where it is. Obviously, the music makes it more engaging, but so many people watch content on their phone with the sound off that actually it might not have that much of an impact. So it could be worth doing that to get your reach and engagement, and maybe a few link clicks from that as well. It could be worth using that function. Function is the word I was looking for in my head. Using that function in the future. Okay, who's next?
Hi, I'm Kyra Fingleton from Glamping Under the Stars, and you're watching The Digital Coffee with Amanda Webb.
When I was a younger person, I was going to say a kid, but a bit older than a kid, I loved this TV show, which I know Making has heard of, and anyone of a similar age that lives in the UK has heard of, called Only Fools and Horses. And honestly, it was the funniest show on TV. It probably still is the funniest show on TV. And, you know, for years, you'd watch repeats of your favourite episode over and over again. It was a bit like the Friends of my generation. And then one day I switched it on and everything was wrong because it was no longer suitable for the age that we lived in. There were a lot of just slightly weird stuff that made you cringe a little bit. Now, we understand that that's okay because it was from its time. Making's here, so we were having a conversation in a WhatsApp group we had about legendary steeplejack Fred Dibner, who was, if you haven't come across him, which you won't if you're younger, he was basically like a working class hero, and he climbed up chimneys with no harnesses or helmets or anything, and also blew them up. He did lots of cool things. Anyway, we watched some footage of him from, maybe 35 years ago, maybe 40 years ago. And it was really weird to watch because even though about maybe 15 years ago I watched some Fred Dibner stuff, it was really weird for me because all the way through he was smoking a cigarette, and that is no longer appropriate. Why am I going on about this? Because on social media, when we post something on social media, it's in the moment. It's what we think and believe at the time, and it's using language and behaviors that are acceptable at the time. 10 years on, we may have changed our opinion, we may have changed our outlook, we may have had an epiphany, and now we think in a different way, or we realize the way that we behaved 10 years ago was slightly inappropriate. But sadly, our posts on social media are still there. So if somebody wanted to, they can dig out us being nasty or us saying something that's not appropriate from 10 years ago. And that's why one of the reasons I like Snapchat, because Snapchat, your messages disappear. You are in the moment. But it seems that I am in the minority of people that thinks it's a good idea that social media posts disappear over time. If you're in a business, of course, maybe not, because you want you to look like you've been smart for 10 years. I think, you want to keep those posts. But Insta boss Adam Mosseri asked this week whether threads should become ephemeral, that the post would get archived after a certain amount of time. And he put up a poll with some options. And you can see that black mark at the bottom is the number of people that didn't think threads should be auto-archived. And you know what? Even after everything I've just said, I keep pressing the button. Even after everything I've just said, I agree. I don't think they should be auto-archived, but I do think it would be nice for us to have the option to archive our posts maybe once a year, so that in 10 years' time, somebody doesn't dig something up from our past. And I don't have anything, as far as I know, hidden in a closet in my past. But if I do, I don't want to be held accountable for that now because I'm a different person to I was 10 years ago. Have I had a little rant? Am I ranting? I don't know, but I'm kind of interested to see how this evolves. I do think we can't be held accountable for something we said 20 years ago, 10 years ago, when we may not have been enlightened.
I'm Louise Brogan, host of LinkedIn with Louise, and you're watching Digital Coffee with Amanda Webb.
There's one social network left that believes in social shopping, and that social network is TikTok. TikTok believes in social shopping. So it's not that the others do, but we know that Facebook has pulled back a lot of its shopping products. We know that, but it just hasn't been a monetizer here. But TikTok has taken up the mantle and it is running with it. And they're now adding a feature, which I know is similar to one that was on YouTube, where now when you upload a video to TikTok, you can ask it to identify similar products to those in your videos, so that they can run ads, click-through ads to those things. Now, again, in the articles I read, it wasn't clear to me whether this was monetized. I assume it was, because why would you do it otherwise? But it's really interesting that they're building this feature in. Like I say, very similar to something that YouTube has been working on, but hasn't been pushing out that far. They're also at the same time pushing people creating longer videos, even though people aren't really wanting to create longer videos on the platform. And obviously longer videos means more engagement and more sales. So there's obviously something behind it. Now, this does sound good, like this is going to be your social shopping platform in the future, but there have been problems with TikTok shopping, as Bloomberg have reported that counterfeits are appearing on TikTok, and TikTok hasn't been fast enough to respond. Lots of money is being spent on those counterfeits before they take it down. It's a bit like, that dodgy market that you can go to and pick up dodgy stuff. That's how TikTok feels, and I'm not sure if that's the way it wants to feel as a brand.
Hello, this is Simon Hodgkins, and you're watching The Digital Coffee with Amanda Webb.
There's a new type of reaction. It's a thing called smart replies. Well, that's what I think it is. So reactions on Facebook. Initially, we just had the like button. Now we have this whole lot of reactions that we can give. And the same is on LinkedIn and kind of on Instagram as well, because it encourages you to send kind of emojis when you're in a story. And this is your quick engagement, right? This is your quick way of engagement and expressing how you feel about something. But there's a new type of quick engagement in town, and this is smart replies. Now, smart replies are a thing already in Gmail. You'll know when somebody sends you an email and you go to reply to it, it will sometimes offer you kind of like short sentences that you can click as your reply. Well, now this is coming to YouTube. And let me see. Here we go. Is this the one? This is the one, I think. She squints at the screen. Yes, so now when you're watching a YouTube video, these smart reply options are going to come up. So this seems like it might be nice, doesn't it? That somebody clicks on one of these and they're leaving a comment, which we know is more valuable than just clicking a like button. And also it's going to be, because on YouTube you can't see who clicked the like button, so it's going to be associated with their account. Sounds good, but actually I wish they'd just stick with reactions, because what's going to happen here is you're going to get loads of useless similar comments popping in that have no relevance and no real feeling behind them. It's just a spammy way of sending reactions. So no, YouTube, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Making wants me to press the button, but it's actually in a different menu, so I have to go all the way through here. I have to go into our extra shop, which says and click rant alert. Yes, that was for my earlier rant. Can't even remember what it was about now. So there you go. It's been wonderful to see you all here this week. I will be popping onto all the channels to respond to your comments if I haven't seen them pop up here. I will be back same bat time, same bat place next time. But don't forget, at 10:30 a.m, myself and Making will be doing a live recording of our podcast, and you can join in, which means you can be on our podcast and talk about your business. So I hope to see some of you over there. If not, as I said, I'll be back same bat time, same bat place next week. Until then, bye-bye.